Hoy vamos a presentar una nueva parte de Ray Racer Unbound. Sobre todo nos vamos a centrar en el modo multijugador. Tenemos a Jonas Laxo y por allí tenemos a Kevin, que es nuestro apoyo en marketing también de Unbounded. Vamos a empezar con una presentación, luego os mostraremos el modo multijugador. Vamos a realizar también un pequeño torneo, que supongo que lo sabréis todos a través del email. Los que estáis confirmados, pues evidentemente estáis, y si alguno se quiere apuntar de última hora, pues que me lo diga, porque hay un premio bastante majo. Podremos conducir un coche de lujo en un circuito y pasarnos del límite.
Alright, I have no idea what she said. Sorry if I'm repeating stuff. My name is Jonas Laxo. I'm a producer at Bugbear. We're working on Ridge Racer Unbounded for Namco. Bugbear is based in Finland. This is my first time in Spain. It's been good so far. And this is actually the best turnout for this tour so far, so thank you for coming. I think that most of you haven't seen the game before or had a proper chance to play it, so I hope that you'll have the time today. And what we have here is a part from the single player career. So once you get onto those ports behind me, once we are done with the multiplayer part, which we're going to be starting out with, which is actually on display in this tour, on this tour for the first time. After we're done with the multiplayer, you can dive into the single player and the city creator. The single player is going to be comprised of 6 events from the single player career, like from all over the career, to give you a good idea of what's in store. It's got 4 different game modes, 6 different tracks, I think 5 different cars, and so forth. And in addition to the single player, I'd urge you to check out the option number 2 in the main menu, which is going to be the city creator. And the city creator is for the first time playable on this tour. It has 30 of these building blocks that we are using to build our game world with. And that is out of around 150 in the final game. But I think it should give you a good idea of how it works. And how many of you are familiar with the city creator? None. Okay. So let's go to the basics. So when we were developing the game, at some point we started to think that maybe we should add something more to the game, and we tried to figure out how could we add it to the arcade racing experience without making it too complicated or diluting the experience. And we were thinking about things like a deeper story mode or car customization or some sort of level editing. And at the same time we realized that we are actually building the game world out of these building blocks. So even though the guys were working in 3ds Max, they were actually using these snap together blocks of pre-made level geometry. And we just realized that if we could actually find a way to make these blocks uniform in size, we could feasibly do a level editor that the consumers could also use. So that's what we basically did. And what we have here is what we call the city creator, which is a level editing tool where a player is able to use the exact same tools we are using to put together the game on the disc. And it's so easy that our level designers are boasting that it takes them 15 seconds to put together a track. I would say you guys are going to go down to maybe 1 minute, but hopefully not more than that. It's going to look and play just as good as the stuff that you'll find on the disc. And it wasn't easy, and I hope you'll find it, and I think that the audience will. We were at first maybe a little bit concerned that is this going too far in the simplicity direction, do the people want something more from the editor? But so far it feels to us that people actually value the simplicity, that they like the idea that they can actually create something very quickly and see how it plays, and they can take that level to the single player and also multiplayer and see how it plays. And obviously the tracks can also be shared online. And in addition to the city creator, what I'm going to show you next is something that we haven't really shown anywhere except on this tour. We hinted at it at Gamescom, and the idea was that even though we are very proud of the city creator and how easy it is to use, we really wanted to be able to make those guys happy, that very small number of guys who really want to go into the game world and start moving around stuff and adding stuff and removing stuff within the blocks that we have already created. So we decided that we tried to accommodate those people, and now it looks like we're actually going to be able to ship what we're calling the advanced mode, which is a strictly optional part of the city creator, but it really allows you to be more creative, and it gives you fewer constraints on what you can and can't do. So I'm not going to be able to actually show you the advanced mode, but I can show you what I created using the advanced mode on a Monday night, and so hopefully give you an idea of how it works and what's possible. So without anything further, allow me a moment as I boot it up. And the way it works, basically, once you've created a track using the city creator, you can then fire up the advanced mode if you want to, and go into this 3D editing mode, where you're basically flying around in the game world like with a camera, and you can choose like stuff that's already existing in the levels. You can choose to like delete stuff that you don't like maybe you don't like this lamppost here, or these signs there, or these trees, or whatever. You can move around stuff that you find in the levels, like maybe you prefer that a jump was slightly in a different direction if you like that sort of thing, or you can add completely new stuff to the level, which is what I'm now going to demonstrate here. And we are thinking that the majority of people are not going to be using the advanced mode, because it's a fair way more involved than using the basic creator. Like, you can't do stuff in 1 minute, it takes a little bit longer. But that said, we do expect that there's going to be a bunch of people who are really into the advanced editor, and they're going to be creating some very, very cool stuff using a lot of time, and then everybody else can enjoy that.
Diego,